Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So product design. What is product design? As we have discussed in our previous lecture that product design, that means there are different manufacturing upgradations or technologies. Number one was CMT. Number two was OEM. Number three was ODM, own design manufacturing. Can you remember?
Yes, sir.
So if you are ODM manufacturer, own design manufacturer, original design manufacturer, your design is based on the demand. Your design is based on the market demand. That means you will collect the designs from the customers, what the customers want in the next season. You will choose that product, you will choose that design, and what would be the design of the product. And if you are CMT, that means the design you will receive. After receiving the design, you will design the process here. Only your job is to choose the process. Which process you will apply, which process and how the process design will be done. So there are two processes. Maybe some contents will not match, so please take notes. So there are two processes. One is known as SOP, Standard Operating Procedure. SOP or Standard Operating Procedure. And another is, job order processing. Job order processing. SOP or Standard Operating Procedure is that you will design the product. You will design the product. And after designing the product, you will also design the process. You will design the process. That means the product is usually standard product, and you will design the process for long time. You will design the process for long time. Say for an example, Pepsi. Pepsi produces standard product. They follow SOP, Standard Operating Procedure. And they produce the same product repetitively, repetitive process, also known as repetitive process. Same process is applied years after years and follow the SOP. And the second one is job order costing, job order process. Job order process or intermittent process. Job order process or intermittent process. Job order process means that you will get the order from the customer that our textile industry is doing. You will get the order from the customer. After getting the order from the customer, what you will do, you will design the process. How many lines, what are the raw materials, what are the processes you will apply, you will choose. That is known as job order process. And the processing requirements or the specifications are different. But in SOP, Standard Operating Procedure or Intermediate Procedure, there is no major deviations. The basic manufacturing process is same, but in case of job order processes, the major changes are there in the total production system. So today we'll discuss about the product design. Although product design is not garments industry oriented, however, product design is very important. How to design a product? Product design, how to design a product, let me show you. These are the objectives. Maybe we have already got the idea. Define product design, explain strategic impact on the organization. Product design, what is product design? Product design means which product you are going to produce. Is it a completely new one? Is it technologically sophisticated? Is it, easy to process? So product design, ultimately, it is based on the market demand. you can design the product. And you will also analyze the strategic impact on organizations. So product design is a corporate level strategy, which product you're going to design. And then functional strategies. Maybe you are getting the idea what is corporate strategy and what is functional strategies. Under functional strategies, under functional strategies, what you are going to do, you are going to design the process. As an operations manager, you are going to design the process. Although product design is not the job of the operations department, however, the operation manager is one of the members of the top management team. That means when the top management design the product, they include the operations manager as a member in the team, so that they know in advance whether they can produce that product or not. Say for an example, if we think about the technical textiles product that we are giving, that we are discussing or giving random examples, that is to produce medicated shirt. So when the top management will decide whether they are gonna produce medicated shirt, the top management or the managing director or the CEO of the company cannot make decision alone. What the top management or the CEO of the company or managing director of the company does, he organize a meeting, team meeting. In the team, operations manager is a member, marketing manager is a member, HR manager is a member, say for an example. So when the managing director will say that we are going to produce medicated shirt with heartbeat monitoring system, shirt with perspiration control system, shirt with air conditioning device. So this shirt, when the company will decide to develop a unit, technical textiles or medical textiles unit, he will ask the question, the managing director of the company will ask the question to the marketing department whether can you sell the product or not. So product design doesn't come from the vacuum. After the market analysis, internal analysis is also very important. If the marketing managers or the marketing manager says that there is no demand of the product in Bangladesh, so we have to sell the product outside of Bangladesh. So marketing feasibility studies done that we cannot sell the product locally. We have to sell the product in other countries, say for example in Saudi Arab or Russia or United States. So marketing, the operations manager will say that the question that the managing director of the company will ask to the operations manager, can you manufacture this type of product? Do you have the process? If the managing director, the operations manager say that no sir, there is no production facilities, so the product design is not effective, cannot design the product. So if the managing operations manager say that yes sir, although we do not have our expertise, but we can import experts from the other countries. We can import human resources from the other countries. We can hire the people from China. China has the production facilities, similar production facilities, and I have very good connections with them. When the operations manager will say that yes, the technical lead is feasible, then the operations manager will ask to the human resource manager whether sufficient human resources are available to operate such production facility. Maybe in that case, he will match with the operations manager. Yes, if the operation manager helps to hire the human resources, right man for the right position, we can help you to design the new product with technical feasibilities. So when you design the product, there is a strategic impact on the organization. Strategic impact means the chain of impacts. Marketing department, operations department, HR department, all department are together. So you are thinking that finance manager is not important. Yes, the question that the operations, the managing director of the company will ask to the finance manager is that, is the fund available? Can you finance this project? Can you finance this project means that whether the funds are available or not. So do you have any impact of product design on strategic impact? What do you think, Mr. Ripon? Mr. Ripon.
Yes, sir.
So, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Are you with me? Are you in the classroom?
Yes, sir.
So, can you please explain what is the strategic impact of product design on organizations? The question in the exam will be like this. What is the impact of product design on strategy? What is the impact of strategic impact of product design on organizations? Who can tell me? Who
Yes,
can?
sir.
Who can? বলছি না যে সবকিছু এই বইয়ের মধ্যে বা স্লাইডের মধ্যে আছে এমন কিছু ডিসকাশন নাও হতে পারে। Something will be relevant to your previous discussion, something will be new, something will be important for you that is not given there in the slides. So if I said the question, what is the impact of product design on strategic impact of product design on organizations? The answer will be that when the top management of the company develop corporate strategy to design a new product, corporate strategy, the top manager do not make the corporate decision alone. When the top management of the company make the corporate strategy, developing our technical textiles, developing our medicated shirt, the top management invites all the managers of the organizations. Operations manager, he will put his opinion. Marketing manager, he will put his opinion. Finance manager, he will put his opinion. HR manager, he will put his opinion. Operations manager will put his opinion on the technical feasibility, whether technology is available to produce that product. Process decisions, the marketing manager will give the answer to the question of whether they can sell the product. The finance manager will ask the question whether the finance manager can finance the project, or the market the accounts, finance, operations, HR manager will say whether the human resources are available for the new product or new design. It is known as the strategic impact. So product decision has strategic impact on organizations or all other departments in the organization. All right. Then describe a step to develop a product design. These are the marketing issues, how to develop products. Say for example, first, the management of the company generate how to develop a product. Generate idea. Generating idea means that whether you are going to produce medicated shirt or some other product, how you will develop this idea. Say for an example, in Toyota, automobile manufacturing company, in Toyota, they develop the idea in their dinner meeting. Usually for certain period of time or in certain intervals, the CEO of the company, that means Toyota, invites dinner meeting. And in the dinner meeting, they stay there for hours and they discuss whether there is any new product idea spreading, idea development. Is there any new product idea? The idea may come from many sources. Maybe marketing manager can give, operations manager can give, finance manager can, managing director himself can give, the accounts manager can give new idea. So idea is screening, idea development is very important. In Toyota, they develop the idea in their dinner meeting. So you can read the Toyota production system, Toyota management system. Then you will find the issues that Toyota invites all managers together to have dinner after certain intervals to generate the new product idea. So first step to develop a new product is idea generation. After generating the idea, what the management will do, the management will screen the idea. All the idea will not be important. All the idea you can implement in your company. You can only implement specific one idea that is very profitable for the company, feasible for the company, technologically sound, financially sound. Market feasibility says the marketing manager can sell the product that you will choose. Usually the profit becomes number one because your cost must be greater than, your cost must be less than your sales price, isn't it? Otherwise you cannot survive in the market. If your company cannot make any profit, do you think that the company will survive in the market? The company cannot survive with the profit. So we'll here look into the profit analysis. Idea screening through break-even point analysis. We'll show you. So I'm going to show you how to calculate the break-even point. Maybe you know how to calculate the break-even point. In break-even point, we subdivide the total cost of the company into variable cost and fixed cost. And after getting the variable cost and fixed cost, and also the sales price, we can calculate how many units you need to sell to be break-even. So using break-even analysis as a tool in selecting between alternative products, we'll apply it. All right. So number one is idea development. Number two is idea screening. And then after idea screening, what you will do, identify the different types of process and explain their circumstances. That means what type of process you need to produce that product. You will explain here. Here the process may be, as I said, that one is standard operating procedure, SOP, and another is job order or best processing. Those who have the experience of going to the textile industries, especially in the dyeing mills, they know it, how to prepare the batch for dyeing. The same system, batch processing. There is dyeing production process in our country is batch processing system. Garments production in our country is batch processing system. We'll look into the different processes, and you will choose the process that is appropriate for the product design. So product design and process selection are equally important, and they work together. The product you will design that must be supported by the processes you will choose. Otherwise, you cannot produce the product. So operations department and the product decision in the corporate stage is very interrelated. We will also investigate these issues, understand how to use the process flowchart. Yes, that is also very important. Process flowchart, step by step. What step you will follow? First, you will get the fabric, separable garment processing. After fabric flow chart, number one job in the flow chart. Then you will cut the fabric. They'll sew the fabric, sewing, and then you will finish the production. After finishing the production, you need packaging. So you have to explain in a flow chart, and how you will develop the flow chart. We will also explain and understand how to use process performance metrics. This is also important. Maybe in your in some other courses, you know that the company measure the performance of the system. Performance of the system, that means operations department performance. The operations department performance is measured by different metrics, METRICS here, metrics. What are the operations department metrics? Say for an example, number one is productivity. You know what is productivity? Output divided by input is one of the metrics. So whether the productivity has improved or declined. Maybe in your classroom we have defined what operations management is, and we said that operations management ultimately means what? Operations management ultimately means bringing efficiency in operations, improving the productivity, Productivity analysis is one of the metrics. Then efficiency analysis another metrics. Then velocity analysis is another metrics. Then if capacity utilization rate analysis is also another metrics. We will also explore the metrics today, and then understand current technology advancement, how they impact process and product design. And you know that it is very important. And as a student of today's world, technological world, you have some knowledge about the technological applications, artificial intelligence, 4IR, or fourth industrial revolutions. These are all technology based. Manufacturing is ultimately technology based in today's world. Today's world, garments manufacturing, we apply, computer aided manufacturing, or CIM. Computer integrated manufacturing, CIM, is very popular in today's world. Product design, when you design the product, you need the information from the users of the product, some consumers of the product. So maybe you know that in today's world, every product is connected with what can I say? It is, there is a barcode tag, isn't it? There is a bar in every product. There is a barcode tag. This barcode tag help you to identify the product total supply chain, where the product is going, who is buying the product, and what is the, you can also link what is their next demand, what are the problems with that demand. So these are all in today's world is technologically connected. Understand the issues impacting the design of service operations. Now service operations is a different issue, because product operations or there are two types of product. One is tangible product and other is intangible product. So in case of tangible product, the appearance is a factor, but in case of service operations, intangible product, appearance doesn't matter. You do not know what is the appearance. Say for example, if you check the website of Burex, what happens? The website is nasty one. There is no sufficient information. So this service is very poor. So when you design this service, you must look at all the information whether they are included in the programming is a service. So programming depends on the performance, whether the users are satisfied by using the product. Product means here intangible product. So what are the issues you need to consider in service operations? We also discuss about it in the chapter. So now look at the theoretical issues. The total chapter is over. Now I am reviewing. I think that if you were attentive in the previous discussion, the issues that we are going to show for you will be easier, much easier. So for example, product design. Product design, the process of define all the company's product characteristics. Characteristics means that whether you will use a heartbeat monitoring system, whether you will use a air conditioning system here. So you are defining the product characteristics. Then product design must support product manufacturability. You cannot design a product that cannot be manufactured. You must design a product that can be manufactured. Manufacturability means that the ease with which a product can be made. Manufacturability means the ease with which a product can be made. Product design defines a product's characteristics, its appearances, the materials that you use, whether the materials is qualityful or low quality. Dimensions, what is the size? the tolerances. Tolerances means that how much deviations are there from the standard. Performance standard, whether the product can satisfy the users. These are the issues you must consider while you are designing the product. And in case of process selection, the development of the process, they said to produce the design product. So process selection depends on the product design. Ultimately, operations management deals with process selection. But before process selection, during the product design process, operations manager has some strategic role. Operations manager is a member of the corporate management team to develop the corporate strategy. Can you remember what is corporate strategy, business strategy, and functional strategy? Operations manager deals with the functional strategy in his day-to-day operations, but he is a member of the top management team. That means he is a member of the product design team, corporate strategy development. Service design is somewhat different from the product design. Service design is unique in that the service and the entire service concept are being designed must define both the service and the concept, physical elements, aesthetics, physical, psychological benefits, promptness, friendliness, ambience. So these are the issues. You can imagine you are using Microsoft PowerPoint. Is Microsoft PowerPoint has promptness, friendliness, ambience, psychological benefits? You can make a presentation with Word, but when you use the Microsoft presentation, it is friendly, promptness, ambience, and psychological. You are getting benefits while I'm delivering lecture. You can watch the issues, isn't it? So when they design the Microsoft this type of product, they think about these issues: promptness, friendliness, ambience, psychological benefits, aesthetic. Aesthetic means whether the product is looking good. There are some physical elements. When you design the service, there are some physical elements. Say, for example, maybe you have seen that I use a pointer, isn't it? Pointer, a pointer ব্যবহার করি না আপনারা দেখছেন না ক্লাসে? ওই পয়েন্টারটা আপনার 2012 সালে কিনছিলাম 5,000 টাকা দিয়ে। But the pointer is little bit like a mobile phone, big size. But a few days back, I have bought another new pointer, and the pointer is very friendly. It is like a pen, and I'm getting psychological benefits. And the use of the product is also promote. And the aesthetic and physical elements. This is aesthetic. So the product is giving service, but there are some physical elements. ফিজিক্যাল এলিমেন্টস আগে যেটা ছিল সেটা মোবাইলের মতো ছিল, আর এবারটা কি ফিজিক্যাল এলিমেন্টস ছিল একটা পেনের মতো দেখতে। পেনের মতো এখানেই আছে, চাইলে দেখানো যায় যে আপনার পেনের মতো দেখতে। তারপর হলো যে অ্যাস্থেটিক, অ্যাস্থেটিক দেখতে সুন্দর। True, the product that I'm using right now is much better, and its aesthetic appearance is very good. So when you're designing this service, you must take care of these issues, but production management doesn't include service management. We will not discuss anything more about the service design. Service design is a separate field. We cannot explore more issues. This is the end of service operations. Now come to the product deep design process. Product design process includes you need to develop idea. একটু আগে বলছিলাম আপনাদেরকে কি বলছিলাম বলেন তো? বলছিলাম যে আইডিয়া ডেভেলপমেন্ট, যেমন টয়োটা আইডিয়া ডেভেলপমেন্ট কোথায় হয়? সবাই সবার মাথার মধ্যে রাখে, তারপর কোন এক ডিনার ডাকে, ডিনার। টপ ম্যানেজমেন্ট ইনভাইটস এভরি ম্যানেজার্স অফ এভরি ডিপার্টমেন্ট ইন ডিনার্স। In the dinner table, they take foods and discuss about the new development, new idea. And everybody shares their new idea. From there, they generate the idea. Idea development means idea generation, isn't it? Idea may be generated from the reverse engineering. Reverse engineering means buying a competitor's product, the knowledge gained during the reverse. একটা প্রোডাক্ট কিনে ওটা খুলবেন, রিভার্স করবেন, একটা হলো ম্যানুফ্যাকচারিং করা, আর একটা কি রিভার্স করা। এবার কি খুলে খুলে দেখবেন যে কোথায় কি আছে, তার মানে কি একটা শুরু থেকে আর একটা শেষ থেকে করতেছেন। দিস ইজ ওয়াই ইট ইজ নন অ্যাজ রিভার্স ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং। Reverse engineering means that you will buy competitors' product and you will gain knowledge during the reverse engineering, and you can design better product than that one. It is known as reverse engineering. You can also generate new product idea from reverse engineering. All right, you can ask the customers to generate idea. You can ask the competitors, you can analyze the competitors, you can analyze and collect information from the suppliers to generate the idea. And reverse engineering is one of them. Buying competitors product and repurposing obsolete objects, doing scrutiny analysis and learning how something works. যেমন আপনার ওই যে এখন আপনার আপনার ফ্যামিলিতে আপনারা তো এখনো পারেন না, আপনার ফ্যামিলিতে দেখবেন নতুন ফ্রিজ কিনলে আগের ফ্রিজটা ফেলে দেয় না, কি করে আগের ফ্রিজটা কোম্পানিকে দিয়ে আসে। কোম্পানিকে দিলে 5,000 টাকা দেয়, 5,000 টাকা বলছে যে 5,000 টাকা না, ইউ ক্যান অ্যাডজাস্ট 5,000 উইথ ইউর এক্সিস্টিং রেফ্রিজারেটর। এই রেফ্রিজারেটর দিয়ে যে 5,000 টাকা নিয়ে আসেন, তাহলে ওরা কি ওই রেফ্রিজারেটরকে নিয়ে কি ফেলে দেয়? ওরা আবার রিভার্স ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং করে, নিজেরা হলে নিজেদেরটা রেখে দেয় কোনো পার্টস রাখা, আর অন্য কোম্পানি হলে রিভার্স ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং করে এই রিপারপাজিং অবসলিট অবজেক্ট কিভাবে রিপারপাজিং করা যায়, ডুইং স্ক্রুটিনি সিকিউরিটি অ্যানালাইসিস, সিকিউরিটি কিভাবে বাড়ানো যায়, লার্নিং হাউ সামথিং ওয়ার্কস, কিভাবে অন্য অন্য কোম্পানির জিনিসপত্র কাজ করে। দিস ইজ অলসো রিভার্স ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং, টেকিং ব্যাক দি old ones and giving you the new ones. This is also one of the ways of reverse engineering. কারণ আপনি কিনবেন ওয়ালটনের, কিন্তু আপনার স্যামসাং এর ফ্রিজও তারা 5,000 টাকার বিনিময়ে ফেরত নেয়, because they check after taking it back to their factory. So idea generation is clear, is it? Idea development selection affects product quality, product cost, customer satisfaction, and overall manufacturability. You have got it, I think. And then product idea development, summarize the production process. Idea development, someone thinks of a need and product service design to satisfy customers, marketing engineer, competitor, benchmarking, reverse engineering. These are the sources of idea. Product screening, every business needs a formal structured evaluation process fit with facility and labor size, market size. Product screening কি বলেন তো তাহলে? সব আইডিয়া তো আপনি নেবেন না, নেবেন। You will take the idea that is compatible with your production process, that the marketing manager said that yes, we can produce, we can sell the product, that the operations manager said that yes, we have the operations specialist, that the finance manager said that yes, we have financial options, we have this sufficient finance to develop this type of product. So there are several factors you will consider, and finally you will consider whether the contribution margin is good or not. Contribution margin. Break-even analysis is the tool we ultimately analyze to screen the product. ROI can also be ROS. Return on sales can be options. Contribution margin and break-even analysis. These are all together we'll analyze as the break-even analysis. Altogether, contribution margin, break-even analysis, and return on sale together will incorporate break-even analysis. So we are coming to break-even analysis. And then preliminary design and testing. Preliminary design and testing means that you have now decided that yes, you are going to produce a medicated shirt. Now preliminary design and testing. এটা আমাদের টেক্সটাইল বিজনেসে যারা কাজ করে, যারা মার্চেন্ডাইজ হিসেবে কাজ করে, তারা জানে প্রথম একটা অর্ডার নেওয়ার পরে এবার কি প্রিলিমিনারি টেস্টিং এন্ড ডিজাইন করে, ডিজাইন দিয়ে স্যাম্পল ডেভেলপমেন্ট বলে। স্যাম্পল ডেভেলপমেন্ট করার পরে সেটা আবার বায়ারের কাছে দেয়, আবার বায়ার যদি বলে নো 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 the color combinations is not perfect, so please change the color combinations, তাহলে আবার কালার কম্বিনেশন, আবার স্যাম্পল টেস্ট করে, আবার নিয়ে আসে। এই স্যাম্পল টেস্টের সাথে সাথে কি করে, different types of tests are there, they also test different options. Say for an example, they test perspiration test, you know it, the longevity test of the product. তারপর হলো যে আপনার কোন কি বলে ওটাকে, যাই হোক ডিফারেন্ট টেস্ট আছে। আপনার মনে হয় TTQC, টেক্সটাইল টেস্টিং এন্ড কোয়ালিটি কন্ট্রোল একটা কোর্স আছে, সেই টেস্টগুলো পারবেন। এই সব টেস্টগুলি করে এই প্রিলিমিনারি ডিজাইন এন্ড টেস্টিং এর টেক্সটাইল সেকশন, এবং প্রত্যেকটা করার পরে বায়ার কাছ থেকে অ্যাপ্রুভাল নেয়। আর ইউ হ্যাপি, আর ইউ হ্যাপি, আর ইউ স্যার, আর ইউ হ্যাপি, স্যার, আর ইউ হ্যাপি, the very nasty job. So, but if you can produce the standard product, follow the SOP, standard operating procedure, this type of jobs are not happen there. You will produce the product, you sell the product, and you will get the benefits, all the benefits of the total. Can you remember the valuated cycle? All the benefits, research and development benefits, marketing benefits you can enjoy in addition to the production benefits. So we are just producing at this moment, and then finally you will design the final product for sales, final design and final commercialization. এটাকে আবার ফাইনাল ডিজাইনের সাথে কি বলে? ফাইনাল ডিজাইন এন্ড কমার্শিয়ালাইজেশন। এবার সব অ্যাপ্রুভাল পাওয়ার পরে you will produce the product as per the demand in the market, or if it is buyer driven manufacturing, then after getting the buyers approval, then you will start bulk production. এটা আপনাদের মার্চেন্ডাইজার এটাকে বলে কি? বাল্ক প্রোডাকশন। টেক নোটস, BUL কে বাল্ক প্রোডাকশন। মার্চেন্ডাইজিং ফিল্ডে গার্মেন্টস ইউজ হয় শব্দটা। This is known as the final design and commercialization, or final design and bulk production. Okay, now calculate the break-even point. How will calculate the break-even point? There are three important information in it. Number one is variable cost, VC means variable cost. Number two is fixed cost. Number three is sales price. These three information are important to know the break-even point. আপনি একটা অর্ডার প্লেন শার্ট তৈরি করবেন, শার্ট তৈরি করবেন, বলছে যে the price of the shirt is $5. কত? Price of the shirt is $5. So after sales price, so please take notes. The price of the product is $5. $5 means that the buyer can give you $5, and you will also calculate the variable cost. What is variable cost? Variable cost means the cost that will vary with the production level. 1 ইউনিট প্রোডাকশন করলে 1 ইউনিটের ফেব্রিক লাগবে, 2 ইউনিট প্রোডাকশন করলে 2 ইউনিটের ফেব্রিক লাগবে। তাহলে ফেব্রিক কস্ট কি ভেরিয়েবল কস্ট না ফিক্সড কস্ট? ভেরিয়েবল কস্ট, কারণ ভেরি করতেছে প্রোডাকশন। এবার যদি প্রোডাকশন 0 থাকে, কোনো ফেব্রিক কস্ট লাগবে না, লাগবে? ট্রিমস এন্ড অ্যাক্সেসরিজ কস্ট আছে না? ট্রিমস এন্ড অ্যাক্সেসরিজ কস্ট, ট্রিমস এন্ড অ্যাক্সেসরিজ কস্ট যদি আপনার প্রোডাকশন করলে কি এই অ্যাক্সেসরিজ বা ট্রিমস লাগবে? প্রোডাকশন না করলে 0। এবার যত প্রোডাকশন বাড়াবেন তত কি হবে? যত প্রোডাকশন বাড়াবেন তত ভেরিয়েবল কস্ট বাড়বে। আর ফিক্সড কস্ট এফ যেটা, this fixed cost means that the cost will not change. Whether you produce 0 unit, that means no production, fixed cost is there. If there is 5,000 production, the cost is fixed. That is known as fixed cost. Say for example, company floor je rent, the rental of the floor is fixed. আপনি 1 ইউনিটে যদি প্রোডাকশন না করেন কি হবে? রেন্ট দিতে হবে। 1000 ইউনিট যদি প্রোডাকশন করেন, রেন্ট দিতে হবে। So you need fixed cost, you need variable cost, and you need sales price. So say for an example, your buyer has offered $5 for a product, and you calculate the variable cost. এই প্রোডাক্ট প্রাইসটা আসবে বায়ার কাছ থেকে, আর আপনি কি করবেন? You will analyze the variable cost. Say for example, for $5 variable cost, for $5 product, the product আপনার $5 খরচ হবে, the variable cost, fabric cost, trims, accessories cost is around $3, and your fixed cost includes rental of the floor, the depreciation of the sewing machines. These are the fixed costs. You cannot skip the cost. So, say for example, your fabric cost is total fixed cost. Sorry, not the fabric cost. The fixed cost is $1,000. Then what is the ব্রেক ইভেন কোয়ান্টিটি, তাহলে কত কোয়ান্টিটি হলে আপনি তার কাছে এই $5 বিক্রি করতে পারবেন? প্রথমে কি করতে হবে? ফিক্সড কস্ট 1000 ডিভাইডেড বাই সেলস প্রাইস $5 মাইনাস ভেরিয়েবল কস্ট $3। তাহলে কত? সেলস প্রাইস মাইনাস ভেরিয়েবল কস্ট is, this is known as contribution margin. What is the definition of contribution margin? Difference between sales price and the variable cost is known as contribution margin. What is contribution margin? Here, the word contribution margin. The word contribution margin is here. What is contribution margin? Contribution margin means sales price minus variable cost. Sales price minus variable cost equals contribution margin. All right.
Yes, sir.
So you have calculated the contribution margin. Contribution margin now. What happens? Okay. So contribution margin. So what is the break even quantity? BE, break even quantity. What is the break even quantity? The fixed cost is 1000, contribution margin is $2. How many units you must sell to that buyer who offered $5 per unit? কত হবে? Hey, Tashfik, Mr. Tashfik, are you here?
Sir.
So what is the break even
Sir.
quantity here? 1000 is your fixed cost.
আর যে ভেরিয়েবল কস্ট যদি স্যার $3 হয় তাহলে স্যার 500 হবে।
500 units. So if the buyer offers 500, you can sell the product at $5. But if the buyer orders for 200 units, can you sell the product? You cannot sell the product. You cannot choose that option. এবার বায়ার কথা না হয়ে যদি অপশনে আসে যে কোন you are calculating break even point, you will find which one will bring more benefits. আগে কোন প্রোডাক্টটায় আপনার ব্রেক ইভেন হবে আগে সেটা আপনি চুজ করবেন। ব্রেক ইভেন means there is no profit, there is no loss. So if there is no profit, there is no loss, you can manufacture the product, because here all the expenses of your factory will cover, including your owner's markup profit. Some markup will be added there, that will also cover. And beyond the break-even point, all are additional benefits. Beyond the break-even point, all are additional benefits. So you need these three important information to calculate the break-even quantity, to calculate the break-even quantity. You can also use this type of formula to calculate the break-even point. Break-even point, fixed cost plus variable cost into quantity. It is known as the total cost. Total cost. What is the total cost for say for example 5,000 unit? Total cost will be fixed cost 1000 plus variable cost is $2, $3 into 500, 1500. Total cost will be 2500. Are you getting the point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can also use a different approach, so that the approach is explained here. It has not explained here. That's why you do not need to look into the issues. আপনারা কি এর আগে কোনোদিন ব্রেক ইভেন পয়েন্ট ক্যালকুলেশন করা শিখছেন? এই শিখছেন নাকি? যদি না শিখেন তাহলে এই পর্যন্তই ঠিক আছে। আরেকটা করা যায়, আপনার হচ্ছে কন্ট্রিবিউশন মার্জিন ক্যালকুলেট করে। এই যে কন্ট্রিবিউশন মার্জিন, সেলস মাইনাস ভেরিয়েবল কস্ট কি পাওয়া যায়? কন্ট্রিবিউশন মার্জিন। আপনি কন্ট্রিবিউশন মার্জিন এখানে কত ছিল? 2 ডিভাইডেড বাই সেলস প্রাইস। সেলস প্রাইস কত? $5। 2 ডিভাইড বাই 5 তাহলে কত হয় বলেন তো? যেটা হবে সেটাকে সেই যে পয়েন্ট হবে, তাই না? 0.2 সামথিং,
0.4
0.4।
2.4 yes
এবার
sir
আপনি এই ফিক্সড কস্ট 1000 ডিভাইডেড বাই 0.4 দেন, কত হয়? ক্যালকুলেটর আছে সাথে? 1000 ডিভাইডেড বাই 0.4 কত হয়?
250
1000 ডিভাইডেড বাই 0.4 কত হয়?
স্যার 2500।
2500। এখন দেখেন যে আপনার টু ব্রেক ইভেন, এটা কি কোয়ান্টিটি না কোয়ান্টিটি? এই ব্রেক ইভেন ইন ডলার্স অর ইন মানি ভ্যালু, কত টাকার বিক্রি করলে আপনি ব্রেক ইভেন হবেন? সেক্ষেত্রে আপনি কি সেলস প্রাইস কমাতে বাড়াতে পারেন তার সাথে নেগোশিয়েট করে। যদি দেখেন যে আপনার $2500 সেল করতে পারেন, তাহলেই আপনি বলবেন ইয়েস, উই আর রেডি টু সেল ইউ। এটা যদি $3 হয়, $4 হয়, আপনি সেটা করতে পারবেন। কারণ কি, আপনার ইউ উইল বি ইন ব্রেক ইভেন ইফ ইউ ক্যান সেল $2500। সো হাউ টু ক্যালকুলেট, এটাকে বলা হয় ডলার ভ্যালু, ব্রেক ইভেন ডলার ভ্যালু, ফিক্সড কস্ট ডিভাইডেড বাই contribution margin ratio. How to calculate contribution margin ratio? Contribution margin divided by sales price is the contribution margin ratio. একটু লিখে রাখেন, ফিক্সড কস্ট ডিভাইডেড বাই কন্ট্রিবিউশন মার্জিন হলো কোয়ান্টিটি পাওয়া যাবে। সেকেন্ড হলো ফিক্সড কস্ট ডিভাইডেড বাই ফিক্সড কস্ট divided by CM, contribution margin, CM. What you will get? CM means sales minus variable cost is CM, contribution margin. You will get the quantity. And if you use CM ratio, CM equals, you know, CM ratio. How to calculate CM ratio? CM ratio equals contribution margin. আমাদের contribution margin কত ছিল? What is our contribution margin?
2
$2. 3 minus 5 minus 3. $2,
yes
is it?
yes sir
Divided by contribution sales price. Sales price কত? 5.
yes
তাই
sir
না? So you can calculate the dollar volume of break even. It is equal to 0.4. Is it?
yes sir
So 0.4. You can calculate the break even in dollar value by dividing fixed cost. Here the fixed cost is $1000 divided by 0.4 is equals $2500. So if you can sell $2500 equivalent value, this is also your break even point in volume, or you can calculate break even point at units. 500 units. You have to sell 500 units to be break even. All right. You can use this break even point analysis, to know break even point analysis as a product screening tool. All right. How to screen the idea? One of the tools is break-even analysis. Break-even analysis can be done in break-even analysis quantity. Break-even analysis is dollar value. And these are the similar discussions that we have already made. You can calculate total cost. You can calculate revenue, sales price into quantity, revenue. So please read these issues at home. And we are directly going to break-even analysis. You can plot the information, the previous information you can plot here in graph. The same thing, you will give the quantity, you will give the dollars, and this line is known as the sales line. Sales, this one is sales লেখা নাই কোথাও না, এটা লেখেন যে indicate করেন, this is sales, this is sales line, this is fixed cost, this is variable cost, sorry, this is total cost. Variable cost in between this one, other than fixed cost. So when you will this is fixed cost and this is total cost and this is the sales line. So when the total cost and the sales revenue is equal, the point is known as break-even point. The point is known as break-even point, maybe quantity or maybe dollar. In case of dollar, you will write here, sorry, you will write here not the quantity, sales volume in dollar. So in the sales volume, oh sorry, maybe sales volume is here. Here you will get the break-even point. In case of quantity, you will get in the horizontal line. In case of dollar value, you will indicate here. This is the dollar volume. 2,500 is the break-even point. It will be 2,500. If we use 1,000 fixed cost, if we use $5 is the sales price, variable cost is $3, then the break-even point here will be $2,500. So do not keep it as usual. After going back, you're still now at home, so after the class you will practice it, because in your examinations I will set question how to explain the idea. And the principle of explaining idea is that you will choose that product which are going to generate break-even sales earlier. যেটা আগে break-even point আপনাকে আনতে help করবে, you will choose that product. You will choose that product which is easier to break even, যেটা দিয়ে break even এ যাওয়া আপনার জন্য, কোম্পানির জন্য সহজ. You will choose that product to produce. That means you will choose that product for process design. Here is an example. আপনারা এক্সাম্পলটাকে এখানে ক্লাসে করবেন কিনা, করতে পারেন কিনা একটু দেখেন তো, ট্রাই করেন তো। আপনারা তো সবই তো বাসায় আছেন। Someone is taking nap, is it? Are you taking?
No, sir.
How many participants are here? How many are you here? 37. But how many students we have? How many students we have? Around 80, is it? So not even
65.
Sir, around 65.
65. 60 plus, yes, 65. Around 65, where around 65? Our class size is 80.
Yes, sir.
Read.
So read are there. So around 80 students are there in the class, but only 37 students have joined, although they are at home. So these are gonna being recorded, and serious recording. These are already recorded here. All right. For your attendance and participation mark, I will only take care of this issue. How dare you are? You need to check it. As a student, you are joining from home, still you are absent today. What a silly. So we cannot discuss everything. The theoretical issues we have, you can do it for home. And the another issue is now the issue comes to finalization of your design. That is, you are going to choose the right design, and you must consider design for manufacturing, DFM. So you must take care of DFM or design for manufacturing. That means whether the design is simple or very difficult, whether the product has manufacturability overall. Manufacturability means the ease with which a product can be manufactured. So design for manufacturing guidelines to produce a product easily and profitably. So break-even point analysis will say whether the product is gonna a profitable product or not. Simplification minimizes parts, so simplification you must take care of. Simplification যত সহজে product তৈরি করা যায়, simplify. Standardization, design for parts, design parts for multiple application. That means standardize করা. Standardize যে আপনি একটা product process design করলে you can use it for many years, few years, or for particular period of time. Standardization, also known as SOP, standard operating procedure. Use modular design module. Maybe there will be several modules. You will produce fabric, yarn in one module, you produce fabric in another module, you produce garments and another. Within the garments, maybe you will cut in one module, you'll cut, sewing is another module, and finishing is another module. You can design the modules and simplify operations. This is very important. Simplification of operations, complex operations is not feasible for the human. আর এখন যারা জয়েন করছেন একজনও অ্যাটেন্ড পাবেন না। এই রেকর্ড আমি ওই যে কথা বলছি না যে অডাসিটি ওই শব্দ ইউজ করছি ওখানে, ওই পর্যন্ত যারা প্রেজেন্ট আছেন তারাই প্রেজেন্ট, অল আর অ্যাবসেন্ট। So DFM is very important. Design for manufacturing or manufacturability. These are the issues you must consider when you are designing the product. And then factors in product life cycle. These are not so important, however. When you are designing a product, will you choose the design? Will you choose the design that is already available there in the market? If you choose any product that is right this moment available in the market, you need to analyze the life cycle, product life cycle. So what are the life cycle issues? There are 4 stages of life cycle. Number 1 is introduction. Number 2, growth. Number 3 is maturity. Number 4 is decline. If you choose a new product, you can introduce it in the market, and there is no similar product in the market, so you have a very good option to grow. But if you choose a product that is already in the market and is growing, so you will compare whether you can choose that product and whether you can compete with the existing product. A competitive analysis is very important to launch the product in your production facility. And number 3 is mature product. Will you choose a mature product? That means the product is at its peak level. Everybody is buying the product is popular, but maybe the alternate product is coming and nobody will use, and the product will go decline. So for new product design, you will not choose any mature product. You will not do any reverse engineering for mature product. You will not choose the declining one. You only design a product that you can introduce medicated shirt, or you can use a product that is growing in the market and you have the option to compete with the competitors. Say for example, In marketing, maybe you have learned about the market penetration pricing and market scheming pricing. Market penetration pricing means that in the growing market, you will introduce a product and you will sell the product at lower price than your competitors. What will happen with the similar quality? The product price is lower in your case, so the consumers will buy your product. And when the consumers will buy your product, what will happen? You will grow faster than your competitors. And after several years or several time, your competitors will be in losing position and you will start raising the price. So during the introduction stage, you have to sell your product at lower price, and when the competitors will be out of the market, you will increase the product. So before the competitors are going out of the market, you will be the loser. So you have to invest a lot of money. Are you getting? It is known as market penetration pricing. Market penetration pricing. So to move the competitors out of the competition, you will penetrate the market. And then in scheming pricing, there is no competitor. You are the only introducer of medical textile, medicated shirts. So you will set high price for the product. You will scheme the market. You will sell the product at very high price, and when the competitors will start producing the product, you will lower down the product price or price of the product. What will happen? The benefit is that the competitors, after coming in the market, will see that their manufacturing cost and your price is almost same, and they will be aggressive in marketing. And in the meantime, you have already got profit from the operations because you are scheming. You have set very high price for the new product at your introduction stage. So life cycle analysis is also very important for designing the product. Which product you are going to design? Is the product at its mature level or declining stage? You cannot choose. If you choose the growth product, then you have to use market penetration pricing. And for your new product, you can choose the market scheming pricing. Two types of pricing is related with the product life cycle. One is market penetration pricing, PENETRATION, penetration. And another is market scheming, SKIMMING, market scheming pricing. All right. So product design also affects life cycle, affects product design. And concurrent engineering. What is concurrent engineering? Concurrent engineering means that you will produce the product in a floor together. You can pass the inputs. Sewing section in another one room, then so cutting section in garments operations, cutting section is one room, sewing section is another room, finishing section is another room. What will happen? What will happen if cutting section is one room, sewing section is another room, and packaging section or finishing section is another room? What will happen? There is production interruptions like walls. Concurrent engineering means you are removing the walls. That means the barriers to transfer from one segment to another segment. You will over the wall. What is the word used there? Old over the wall sequential design process should not be used. That means over the wall process in different rooms. Cutting section is one room, sewing section is another room, finishing section is another room. This should not be. Concurrent engineering means that you are producing a product sequentially in same flow. You are removing the over the wall system. You are removing the over the wall system. Replace over the wall sequential design process should not be used. Each function did its work and passed to the next function. Rather, you will replace with a concurrent engineering process. Concurrent engineering process means all functions form a design team. That develops specifications, involve customers, early solves potential problems, reduces cost, and shortens time to market. That means together you are doing. Together you are doing is known as concurrent engineering. Also, like the team approach. If it is design, that means you will design the product. In case of design, you will design the product in a team. In case of production process, the production process walls will be broken down. Together in related way, we will produce the product. It is known as the concurrent engineering in operations management. Remanufacturing, producing the same thing once again with environmental benefits and cost benefits. So garments we are producing in today's world, isn't it? Garments, we are producing garments. Just a moment. Hello. 4 তলা আসেন, 4. So remanufacturing, what is remanufacturing? আপনারা এখন গার্মেন্টস তৈরি করেন না, গার্মেন্টস শার্ট তৈরি করেন? আমরা শার্ট তৈরি করতাম, কিন্তু এখন আবার একই শার্ট তৈরি করি উইথ দি ইউজড গার্মেন্টস, উইথ দি ইউজড। এই যে এই শার্ট ফেলে দিব না, এটা আবার ফ্যাক্টরিতে দিব, ফ্যাক্টরি এটা দিয়ে আবার সুতা তৈরি করবে, আবার সুতা তৈরি করে নতুন করে ইউজ করবে। এনভায়রনমেন্টালি ফ্রেন্ডলি, ইজ ইট? Environmental benefits are there. Remanufacturing means manufacturing the same thing with improved cost benefits and environmental benefits. Good for computers, televisions, automobiles, also good for textile. Because in today's world, to produce yarn, the raw materials, yarn raw materials ki fiber. ফাইবার আছে না, ফাইবার, ন্যাচারাল ফাইবার ইজ ওকে, কটন, বাট আমাদের দেশে কটন ইউজ হয়, আমরা উই ইউজ সিনথেটিক ফাইবার, এন্ড দি সিনথেটিক ফাইবার মিন্স কেমিক্যাল। সিনথেটিক ফাইবার কি দিয়ে তৈরি হয় বলেন তো? কেমিক্যালস দিয়ে তৈরি হয়। কাজেই ইউ আর ইউজিং কেমিক্যাল while you are producing shirt, that means you are using chemicals. This is chemical, ultimately chemical, because this is not naturally grown fiber. It is chemical fibers we are using in our shirts, so these are chemically. So if you can use the product, you are not using chemicals more than once. With the same product you can produce. This is environmentally friendly, and in this is known as 3R: reduce, reuse, and 3R key. What are the 3R? Reduce, reuse, and something else. Recycle, right? So good. So reduce, reuse, and recycle. Remanufacturing gives benefits of reducing, reusing, and recycling benefits. You can use these are, we have already discussed, two processes. One is the standard operating procedure or repetitive process, and another is intermittent or job order process. Intermittent ki bole? Job order process, also known as
intermittent process. Batch. You will produce the product on batch. Intermittent, batch process, job order process used to produce a variety of products with different processing requirements in lower volumes, such as healthcare facility. সেটা বুঝতেছেন যে একজন রোগী গেলে একজনের জন্য একরকম সিস্টেম, আর সেকেন্ড টাইমে আরেকজন রোগী গেলে আরেক সিস্টেম,
আরেকজন রোগী গেলে আরেক সিস্টেম, এটাকে হেলথ কেয়ার বলছে, আমরা গার্মেন্টস ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে বলতে পারি। একটা অর্ডার আপনি হয়তো যে যে ফেব্রিক যে স্পেসিফিকেশন পাবেন, নেক্সট অর্ডার ইজ different. There is also intermittent process, and repetitive process means you are producing same product or following standard operating procedures. আপনারা কি একটা 5 লিটারের কোক কিনছেন করে দেন, 5 লিটারের কোক, 5 liters coke I bought, 5 liter course coke, Pepsi. It's not
No,
possible
sir.
because they are producing a standard product. They use repetitive process, same process for all products. So they have few process. Say for an example, one process is designed for 2 liter, another process is designed for 1 liter, another process is designed for 500, another process is defined for 250 ml. So all the processes are available, they cannot change it, they cannot produce 5 liter. So they're using the repetitive processes. Repetitive, same process is using for years after years. This is known as repetitive process. So process we can define into two groups. এগুলি আপনার ওইগুলি ব্যাখ্যা দিচ্ছে, যদি if you get the idea, আর এগুলি পড়বেন। মেট্রিক্সে চলে যায়, মেট্রিক্স, process performance matrix. What is process performance matrix? So in the operations floor, production floor, there are some metrics, there are some performance indicators. There are some performance indicators. You have to use these performance indicators in your production floor. Usually industrial engineering division uses this process. এই আপনি বেলদেনের পাশে আমি কাজে বুঝেছি, আপনি উঠলে হচ্ছে বামে, মানে হচ্ছে সাউথ সাইড, সাউথ 4A floor. Okay, sorry, I was disconnected for a while, is it? And disconnected everything. So once again, this process matrix is very useful to gauge the performance indicators, whether you are performing good, whether your operation is good or bad, whether your process is good or bad. You will calculate this 5 process matrix. Number is throughput time. What is throughput time? Throughput time means the average amount of time product takes to move through the system. একেবারে একটা প্রোডাকশন শুরু থেকে শেষ করতে যে সময় লাগে, this is known as throughput time. Average amount of time product takes to move through the system. আপনি গার্মেন্টস ফ্লোরের কথা আসেন, গার্মেন্টস ফ্লোর মিন্স ফেব্রিক কাটিং থেকে প্যাকিং পর্যন্ত। আপনার ফেব্রিক কাটিং থেকে শুরু করে একটা প্রোডাক্ট প্যাকেজ হওয়া পর্যন্ত ইউ নিড অ্যারাউন্ড 30 minutes. For an example, 30 minutes. এই যে সময়টা লাগে এটাকে বলা হয় থ্রোপুট টাইম। এটাকে কি বলে? থ্রোপুট টাইম। থ্রোপুট টাইম মিন্স দি টোটাল টাইম। এই টোটাল টাইমের মধ্যে অ্যাভারেজ টাইম, অ্যাভারেজ আপনি একদিনে বলবেন না, এটা প্রথম দিন দেখবেন, দ্বিতীয় দিন দেখবেন, তৃতীয় দিন দেখবেন। প্রথম দেখলেন 30 মিনিটস, সেকেন্ড ডেতে দেখলেন আপনার 30 মিনিটস, থার্ড ডেতে 30 মিনিটস, ফোর্থ ডেতে গিয়ে দেখলেন হচ্ছে 35 মিনিটস। সো অ্যাভারেজ উইল বি 31 মিনিটস, isn't it? Average around 31 minutes. So this is known as the throughput time. Average time is known as the throughput time. But to know the process velocity, you also need to know value added time. Throughput time যে আমরা ক্যালকুলেট করলাম, এর মধ্যে কি আমরা ওই যে ওয়ার্কার যে আপনার ওয়াশরুমে যায় সেটা হিসাব করেছি? মেশিন কখনো নষ্ট হয়ে যায় হিসাব করেছি? ফেব্রিক আনরোলিং করতে একটা এক্সট্রা সময় লাগে সেটা হিসাব করেছি? ফেব্রিক আপনার ইনপুট নেই, এই মুহূর্তে ফেব্রিক নেই, কাটিং করবে কি? These are the several problems, these are the several allowances. Garments এর ভাষায় এটাকে বলে allowance. These are some allowances or problems or obstacles are there in the production process. And when you will subtract the obstacles, obstructed times, or the non-value-added time from the throughput time, you will get the value-added time. You will get value-added time. Say for an example, to process from cutting to finishing, it requires 30 minutes on average for the moment. 30 minutes, but there is a 3 or 5 minutes for our calculation purpose. We are using easy numerals. 5 minutes are not adding any value. Maybe on average, employees are going to washroom. On average, machines are not working. Machine breakdown, in other words, is known as machine breakdown is there. In other words, maybe, say for an example, raw materials or input inefficiency, inefficient supply of inputs. There are some non-value-added time. Non-value-added time. So you will subtract non-value-added time from the throughput time. This is known as the value-added time. Maybe throughput time is 30 minutes and 5 minutes is allowance. Value-added time is 30 minus 5 means 25 minutes is the value-added time, a measure of wasted time in the system. So process velocity will ultimately give you the relationship between throughput time and the value-added time. And then you will also calculate the productivity. Productivity means output divided by input. There is no confusion because we have already know what is the productivity in our definition. What is operations management? Then utilization. Utilization means time or resource used divided by time and resource available. Time and resource used means that output. This is also actual output. This is also actual output. Productivity. This is also actual, the word actual output is used. The same thing is here. Time and resource used means, what does it mean? Actual output. Divided by time or resource available. Time and resource available means আপনারা নোট নিয়েন, কারণ এই আমি যে শব্দগুলো বলতেছি এখানে নেই, আবার অন্য রিসোর্স আছে, যেমন আপনার আমরা স্টিভেনসনের বই থেকে এইগুলির আবার ব্যাখ্যা দেখবেন, স্টিভেনসনের বুকে আবার দেয়া আছে। This is also actual output. This is also actual output. Actual output divided by standard output. Standard output, আপনি যখন একটা মেশিন কিনেন, মেশিন সেফার একদম ডাইং মেশিনে বলা থাকে না যে the dyeing machine is 10 ton dyeing machine, মানে 10 টন করা যাবে, ডাই করা যাবে, কিন্তু আউটপুট করে দেখলেন যে actual output is 5 ton and the capacity of the dyeing machine is 10 ton. So what is the utilization rate? 50%, is it? 5 ton is the actual output and the capacity is 10 ton. So what is the utilization rate?
So 50%.
50% is utilizer, just converting into percentage. 50%. And efficiency, what is efficiency? Efficiency means actual output divided by standard output. এইখানে কিন্তু আমরা এই যে এটা বলছি যে ক্যাপাসিটি বলতে যে আপনার 10 টন, বাট স্ট্যান্ডার্ড আউটপুট হলো যে আসলে কি 10 টন যখন একটা মেশিনে লেখা থাকে, আসলে কি ওই মেশিন 10 টন পারে? আসলে কিন্তু 10 টন করতে পারে না। There is a standard, maybe 9 ton is a standard, although it is stated that 10 ton capacity, but actually the machine cannot handle 10 ton. There is a standard output. When you will compare the standard output with the actual output, this is known as efficiency. So efficiency must be more than utilization, isn't it? Because here the capacity, it is the time resource available, means it is the capacity, stated capacity Average output of time product takes a measure of wasted time, velocity, a measure of how well a company uses resources here, productivity. A measure of how well a company's resources in utilization, the proportion of time a resource is actually used, and efficiency means measure performance related to standard. There is a standard, and what is the relationship between actual performance and standard? This is known as efficiency. এই স্ট্যান্ডার্ডটা সেট করা হয় যে আপনার এই ক্যাপাসিটির উপরে বেস করে। যেমন আমি বললাম যে 10 টন ক্যাপাসিটি স্টেটেড, আপনারা যখন মেশিন কিনেন সেই মেশিনের মধ্যে কিন্তু লেখা থাকে দি মেশিন ক্যান হ্যান্ডেল 10 টন। এরপর দেখা গেল স্ট্যান্ডার্ড ইন অ্যাকচুয়াল ফিল্ড, আপনি দেখছেন যে কোনোদিনও এই মেশিন 9 টনের বেশি প্রোডাকশন করতে পারে নাই। দিস ইজ দ্য স্ট্যান্ডার্ড আউটপুট। Standard output. So capacity, stated capacity must be more than standard output. So actual output divided by standard output, you will get the efficiency. এখন আপনি হয়তো বলতে পারেন স্যার আমাদের যে এর আগে efficiency শিখালেন যে productivity improvement over the period, can you remember? There is another performance indicator. Whether the operation is efficient or not, you can compare between the periods. You can compare from one company to another company. If your company's productivity is higher than the another company, your company is efficient company.